Have you ever felt kind of stuck in this weird spot where one part of you is like, yeah, I should really be more disciplined, but the other part is, well, it's just having a really good time? Today, we're going to get right into that exact feeling, that internal tug of war between enjoying your life exactly as it is and that little voice in your head saying you need to change. I mean, does this sound familiar? It's such a common feeling, right? You're having fun, you're enjoying the moment, but then this thought just creeps in. Man, I should be doing more. And the whole idea of changing feels like this huge sacrifice, like you'd have to give up all the fun stuff, all the things that make your life enjoyable right now. You know you've got to change eventually, but you just never quite feel ready. And this brings up a really fascinating question. If you're genuinely enjoying your life, why in the world should you change? It seems totally backwards. Well, it turns out your brain is running this very specific and surprisingly logical program in the background that makes being disciplined feel, well, almost impossible. Okay, let's play the tape forward on what society tells us discipline is all about. It usually starts with this idea. You gotta work hard. Get the grades, get the job, put in the effort.
And of course, it doesn't stop there. Nah, you're supposed to grind for years. We're talking 60-hour weeks, climbing that corporate ladder, chasing promotions, and making more and more money.
So, what's the grand prize for all this sacrifice? The big pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is you get to retire early. You finally get to be free. But here it is. This is the crucial question that kind of unravels the whole thing. Once you've retired early, after all that blood, sweat, and tears, what are you finally going to do with all that free time? You're going to have fun, you're going to relax, play video games, binge watch YouTube, and just chill out. And this, right here, is the paradox. Your brain sees that the end goal of a 30-year grind is to earn the right to do exactly what you could be doing, like right now. You see, your brain has this little built-in calculator, and it's always weighing the costs and benefits of everything you do. It looks at the massive decades-long effort of the grind versus the immediate dopamine hit of just playing a game, and it does the math. It says, why would I pay this huge price later for a reward I can get for free today? It's just not a good deal. So if our brain's own logic is stacked against long-term discipline, how does anyone ever actually change? Well, it takes something incredibly powerful, something that can completely rewrite that entire cost-benefit analysis. To get what I mean, listen to this story. There was a highly successful patient who got addicted to opioids after an injury. To save their career, they decided to quit. Cold turkey. At home. No medical help. They said it was one of the most painful things they had ever gone through in their entire life. So you have to wonder, how is that even possible? How can a person voluntarily choose to go through that much suffering? I mean, addictive substances offer this massive dopamine reward, so paying the price to quit them is unbelievably hard. What makes someone willing to pay a price that high? The answer is something called a competing interest. It's basically a desire for something else that is so incredibly strong, it outweighs the pain of changing. You have to want something more than you want the comfort of staying where you are. You need a why that is actually worth the struggle. So finding that why, that's the key. But, and this is a big but, that's where so many of us get stuck. In our world today, it's become incredibly difficult to figure out what we truly want, separate from all the noise. I mean, just think about it. Where do our so-called wants even come from? They come from personalized ads that track our every click. They come from year-long hype cycles for the next big video game. They come from our social media feeds, our parents, our friends, all of them telling us what we should want, what we should do, who we should be. These external shoulds are not real competing interests. They're basically transplanted desires. See, real discipline is an internal force that helps you overcome your own barriers. External pressure, that's not discipline at all. That's just control. And that's exactly why it feels so hollow and why we give up on those goals so easily. So how do we cut through all that junk? How do we find a genuine desire that can actually fuel real, lasting change? It all starts with asking yourself some really, really honest questions. Okay, it starts with 3 questions. First, what do I really want? And hey, if the answer is I have no idea, that's actually a huge clue that your mind is just cluttered with external noise. Second, be brutally honest. Do I actually want to change right now? It is totally okay if the answer is no. Then the final and most important question is this. Do I want to change?
Is there even a tiny part of you that wishes you were the kind of person who wanted something different?
If the answer to that last one is yes, boom, we found something real. That little spark that comes from inside you, not from the outside world. So make a list of all the things you think you should do, go to the gym, save more money, whatever. Then go through that list and find the one thing, just one, that actually feels like it's coming from you.
Once you find that one authentic thing, the next step is absolutely critical. You have to start with the smallest action you can possibly imagine. I'm talking one push-up, a 5-minute walk around the block. Something so small it feels almost ridiculous. Something you literally cannot fail at. You are now moving toward something you genuinely want. But the second you start, you're gonna run face first into one last major roadblock. Your mind is about to play a very, very sneaky trick on you to keep you right where you are. Your brain is immediately going to start yelling this at you. This is pointless. 2 push-ups aren't going to change anything. A 5-minute walk is a waste of time. It's going to do everything it can to convince you that this tiny little step is completely meaningless. And here's the secret logic behind that thought. Your mind frames it as an all or nothing choice. It tells you that you either have to do a complete life overhaul, go 100%, or it just doesn't count. And it does this for one reason. It knows you're not going to go 100%. So by offering you all or nothing, it's actually tricking you into choosing nothing.
Its real goal is just to get you to give up. It's trying to save you all the trouble of that long, hard grind by convincing you to skip right to the end of the movie. It's whispering, hey, let's just retire right now, at age 22. Keep scrolling, keep playing those games. It's easier, it's more fun, and let's be honest, it's what you were going to end up doing anyway.
So you've got to be smarter than your own brain's tricks. The real path to discipline doesn't start with some massive life-changing event. It starts by finding one authentic desire and taking one tiny step. So let me just leave you with this. If you could completely ignore that all or nothing voice for a second, what is the one single tiny thing that you truly want to do for yourself today?